doesn't matter if you don't have a law degree. It doesn't matter if you have a PhD. I've got none of those things, which, you know, that's my fault. But I love this country, and I'm learning everything I can about it, and I'm doing it through a group like this 912 Project. God bless Glenn Beck. I know everybody thinks he's a nut. I love the man. He's bravery personified. I don't know how he has lived this long, and I would do anything I could to protect him. But you coming here, you knew you were going to see strangers, and I'm so proud of you for that. I'm proud of me for that. All right? So join any group, meet people, talk to people. You don't have to go home and have coffee together. That's not the issue. The issue is talking about your country and what you can do. And then support your candidates that you believe in. Gene hit the nail on the head. A politician, you know, is a bad thing. You know, it's like, you know, being a lawyer is a bad thing, right? Well, I happen to love lawyers, but a politician is just somebody we hire to do something for us. Politics is a way to get things done. And the 912 Project, the Tea Parties, they are a way to get things done. Don't be afraid. This is your country. Take it back. I love you guys.
Absolutely. My name's Scott Douglas. I also am a member of the Lorain County 912 organization. And I joined last fall, shortly after I came back from Washington, D.C. on September 12th. I was down to with about 1 million of my closest Patriot friends. Of course, if you listen to MSNBC, it was just me and 63 angry people, but you know, it's all right, you know, it's all right. I joined this organization because they represent the conservative principles and values that I truly believe in. God, freedom, personal responsibility, hard work, capitalism. I'm not some rich guy, okay? I'm not a politician. No offense to the folks who want to be politicians. No one gave me talking points and told me to come up here and what to say. I'm not some crazy extremist hiding out my basement with a militia. Okay, my militia's over there. My wife and my kids, they're standing over there. That's my militia. Unlike you, I'm fed up with the out-of-control spending, the lobbyists, the corruption, government takeovers, czars, politicians not reading the bills, trampling all over our Constitution, and taking away our freedoms each and every day. You know, if you remember back about 18 months ago when then candidate Obama was running for office, he said he was going to change the way business was done in Washington. He absolutely did. He said there'd be no more earmarks, no more lobbyists. We're going to get rid of the corruption. We're going to have honest and open debate. It's going to be bipartisan all the way. Sounded great. I didn't buy it then. I'm not buying it now.
I just want to tell you I'm Nick Brusky and I'm not running for anything. I had the privilege of serving the fine people of the city of Amherst for 7 years on Amherst City Council, where I served with a conservative Democrat council president, John Shorty Dietrich, and a conservative mayor, David Taylor. And in my time on city council, we didn't raise taxes. In fact, we have some of the lowest property taxes of a city in the county, and the second lowest property taxes of any suburb in the whole Cleveland area. So that's one thing we're proud of, and I know that elected officials can do it, but you have to hold them accountable. It's very, very important that you hold them accountable, and I think the city of Amherst is a great model to show what those people in the administration can do. You know, it's a shame that they use the sheriff's deputies as political puppets to try and pass a tax increase. What do you think about that? Well, the people of Lorain County told the county commissioners 3 times to spend your money better, and they didn't listen each 3 of those times. I was on these steps in 2007, I believe it was April 2007, for our first Tea Party here in Lorain County. We had about 50 patriots show up that were circulating petitions to put the commissioner's sales tax increase on the ballot. I see many of you out in the audience today, and let's give these people a round of applause because they're our own local patriots.
Ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to head for a conclusion here as quickly as I can, but I have another story to tell you. As you know, I've been traveling all over the state initially because I was running for the United States Senate. Now I'm focused on the 13th Congressional District because I'd like to retire the young lady that's not voting. That Nancy Pelosi's point woman. I'd like to retire her. But you need to know something about me, ladies and gentlemen, and I'll try to make it brief. First of all, I would encourage you to go to tomganley.com because there's a great deal of information there. A couple short things I want to tell you. I'm on the board of directors of a bank in Cleveland that did not take bailout or TARP money, has been profitable through this whole downturn when they said it can't be possible. Well, it is. They didn't take federal money, they'll never take federal money, and a bank can be profitable without government interference. Independence Bank, what a great name that is. Yes. Ladies and gentlemen, I am also the head of Crime Stoppers of Northern Ohio. We just had a meeting earlier this week and we paid anonymous rewards, and two of the crimes were here in Lorain County, but we paid anonymous rewards for almost 70 felons that we took off the streets just in the last month. When I took over Crime Stoppers 10 years ago, they were paying about 12 to 15 rewards a month. I'm proud to tell you that we're well into the 70s, occasionally the 80s. And those are heinous criminals, felons that we take off the streets of Northern Ohio. This begins my wrap-up now, ladies and gentlemen. I became the head of Crime Stoppers by nomination of the Federal Bureau of Investigation. And many of you have heard my story, but I believe many of you have not. And this is a riveting story. My family and I were victims of an organized crime, the mafia, extortion. For 2 years, I worked secretly and covertly with the FBI to videotape and voice record these characters. And let me tell you, they were the ugliest human beings I have ever met in my life. For 2 years, I paid them extortion money that was provided by the FBI. At the conclusion of 2 years of doing this, ladies and gentlemen, when they were indicted, they decided that their only way out was to kill my entire family. Now remember, these are people that have done it, can do it, and will do it again. They put a contract out on my family, my 4 children, my wife and I, for $1 million if someone could successfully kill all 6 of us. Normally, protecting federal witnesses is the job of the U.S. Marshal Service. However, the bonding that took place between myself and the FBI for 2 years was extraordinary. The FBI said, "Tom, we're not going to turn you over to any other federal agency. We're going to move into your home with Uzi machine guns and M16s. And you guys, you heroes from Vietnam, know what an M16 is." And they moved into my home. They followed my 4 children's school bus every day, stayed in the parking lot of the schools so that they could observe and make sure that my children were not kidnapped or murdered. They drove my wife to the supermarket, escorted her through the supermarket, and I rode in a bulletproof, bomb-resistant FBI car with an agent driving and one in the back seat with an Uzi machine gun. Ladies and gentlemen, my message is that if I didn't back down for the mafia, and in fact destroyed the mafia in Northern Ohio, it doesn't exist anymore. If I didn't back down from the mafia, ladies and gentlemen, I will never back down to those special interests and those lobbyists and the other career politicians that we don't want to have anything to do with. I assure you I'll stand up and fight for your rights. And in closing, I would ask you, stand up for Ohio. Stand up for the United States. Stand up for the Constitution, and stand up for the Star-Spangled Banner. And thank you very much, and be proud to be Americans.